Hi again. This is another one of those unusual adventures that I've had. And part of my motive for sharing these is just to encourage you to focus in slightly different ways. Because I really do believe that it's now is the timing for people to engage in unusual self discovery. Because I'm noticing that the veil between mind and other realities is pretty thin right now. So I'm encouraging you to consider some experimentation. I don't think you're in much risk, but you might be in risk of discovering a whole lot. So that might just change you completely. But anyway, I thought I would share with you some of my earlier experiences and share with you how I got there. I used to be fascinated with grass. Yeah, the most common green thing around you. Yes, common everyday lawn grass, grass in the field, green grass. And part of it was is I saw the grass as the most accessible feeling thing in nature that corresponded to the experience of humility. So a single blade of grass, you can walk on it. It will bend to you and you hardly notice it. And then it comes back up. It does what it wants. But then there's something about the physical symbology of this tender, upright blade of grass, its capacity to catch a single dewdrop of water. Well, I just loved it. I also liked it because grass feeds the world. Rice is a grass. Wheat, corn, barley, amaranth, you name it, all the grains of the world basically originated in some form of grass. And maybe you didn't know, but one of the largest forms of grass on earth is a bamboo. Yes, I went after bamboo too, I admit it. Part of my reason for going there was also the reality that it was only one molecule different from hemoglobin, blood, so that the chlorophyll of the grass was the blood of the plant kingdom. And to have a more emotional relationship to the plant kingdom theoretically would give me the ability to be able to feel my body more. Oh, this is my logic, right? I can't say my logic is always perfect. It isn't. But this was my logic. So I spent a lot of time. I used to even grow um, my own wheatgrass to drink. Well, I drank so many gallons of wheatgrass, it would be just almost embarrassing. Because I used to grow my own and grind it and crush it and drink it. And look, I did it. I admit it. But I also had other fascinations with how that grass was connected to the earth. And I was wanting to feel the roots of the earth connected through the simplicity and humility of grass. And then it would feed the world as humility feeds the soul, so grass feeds the planet bread or rice or whatever you see as food. So I did many things. I won't tell you all of them, a little embarrassing, but I'll tell you one of the ones I did that was okay, unusual. So I started to meditate with putting a blade of grass inside my spinal cord. And this is where the dynamic experience of visualization can facilitate a break through the veil that goes beyond mind. Because, yes, there is something much bigger beyond mind, but the wise use of mind, particularly through visualization and at times combined with breath or other principles, they can give you breakthroughs. So I was experimenting one night, and I used to have this electronic metronome. A metronome just basically makes noise at a certain rhythm. So I had this dialable metronome, and I put it on 7.9. 7.9 cycles per second. 7.9 is the rough, if you will, vibration of the earth. So I was attempting to access the earth through 7.9 cycles per second in the rhythm while focusing on the blade of grass and my spine. And I would do that and I would spin. And I started spinning a little tiny circle of light at the rate of 9.7 cycles. And I was practicing it right. And I got thinking to myself, hey, I'm doing this pretty well, right? I'm kind of proud of myself, and I'm kind of going. And then I thought to myself, which is self talking to self, I wonder how fast I could spin it. Through the top of my head, I know it's strange, but through the top of my head came a whisper: light speed, light speed, light speed. And I kind of laugh and I go, of course, I'm doing 7.9 cycles per second. What would happen if I did light speed? So I was gone. Well, gone, yes, but I left visually. So I left visually right out the top of my head, and I'm flying through the solar system, flying through the galaxy. Oh, by the way, this is faster than light because, well, I got back that night and I'm flying, right? And I keep flying and I lose all awareness of what I am, who I am. And then I saw a single star and I'm racing right toward the single star and I splash headfirst, eyes open into this molten light. And then the words, as above, so below. And I had a profound realization that every single blade of grass that I had been working with and walking on is connected numerically to an exact star somewhere in the universe. How is that possible? I don't know, honestly, but it was a profound experience. Every single blade of grass is numbered and linked precisely to a numbered star somewhere in the universe. And from then on, I could never see grass the same. It was like walking on galaxies and stars, and, like, so stars below me, stars above me. Wow. To this day, I really don't quite comprehend the true nature of grass or stars. But I like having experiences that open up the possibilities. So I'm not saying that you should go out and get a metronome or put a blade of grass in your spine and spin it around or use music. No, I could share with you some of my favorite music in doing it, but I would encourage you to come on. Take a chance. Focus, feel, use your imagination, ask your guide to help you. Show me the truth about this or that. And I'll come back and share with you some other locations or things that I've done. By the way, you can notice I'm still here. So you may die, but I didn't. But I'm not responsible for your outcome. You have to use your own logic and your own willingness. So if something goes wrong and you find yourself in the middle of a star somewhere, eh, let me know about it. I'd be curious to see what your experience is. Okay, that's enough for this blade of grass. Another time we'll pick something else out. See ya.